afternoon everyone, it's Claire here from Remote Admin Services. How are you all today? It's very nice here, very cold, but the sun is shining and it is not raining. Yes! So just continuing on with some of the videos that I'm trying to make, and I'm hoping that you're finding them useful. But today's one I just want to quickly touch base on the phrase a realisation. Because there comes a time in your life where you realise, it just kind of hits you, and before you know it, you're like, why did I waste so much time? I should have done something about it sooner. I should have done this first, or I should have gone there first, or whichever way. But you get that sense of realisation every now and again. And I think for business wise, for me, I think after I had my second child, I then realised that maybe being employed isn't really the way that I want to go, but I was kind of stuck because I couldn't really afford to give up my job and start my business. I just generally couldn't afford to do that, so I was kind of stuck. Even though I had that realisation that that's not what I wanted to do, I wanted to be my own boss, I wanted to be around for my children, there was nothing I could do about it. Whereas now, the people that I'm talking to that are turning into my clients is they're having this realisation that they need help, and they need help now. They've left it long enough. They've left not having that admin support. They've left it for as long as possible, and now they're backed into a corner, and they're now sitting there thinking, I'm spending so much time doing the things that I don't like doing, which is making running my business not very pleasant. Which is quite a common occurrence, going by the people that I've spoken to over the last 6 to 8 months. And the clients that I have got, they have said to me, I'm so glad that I found you now, because it's got to a point where I'm constantly working. You know, if I'm doing my actual business by day, I'm providing that service, or I'm making those things for my clients, or it could be anything. It could be absolutely anything that obviously you're doing in your business, and then the rest of the time you're trying to juggle being part of a family or commitments that you've got to family and friends, as well as doing all of the admin side to your business, which, as we know, if it's not something that you do and it's not your job, you struggle doing, and then before you know it, you're putting it off, and then once you put it off, you put it off again, and then it gets to a point where you're like, actually, it's a bit like your tax return. I've put it off and put it off and put it off and put it off. There's nothing more I can do. I have to give it my 100% attention now, because if not, it's all going to go to pot. And I think that's what happens with people's admin and social media. It's one of those things that it's not a necessity at this moment in time. You'll do it when you need to do it, but when you need to do it never comes, because you're too busy trying to do all your other stuff. So then the realisation pops in, actually, I really do need that second pair of hands. You know, you don't need to employ someone 24/7. You don't need to have somebody on your books. VAs, like myself, are self-employed, and you don't pay us anything apart from our hourly rate, or like with some of my clients, they have a package deal, a monthly package deal. So that is all that you pay, and I think a lot of people don't know that, and then when they realise, actually, that hourly rate, obviously, it's not going to take me an hour to do your invoicing. It's not going to take me an hour to send out 2 or 3 posts on your Facebook. It's not going to take me an hour to make a meme or a quote, or it's not going to take me that long. So maybe if you only buy an hour from me for a week, in that hour I could possibly post all your week's Facebook posts. I could possibly do 2 or 3 tweets on your Twitter account a day. I could possibly draft up your invoices, or some of your invoices, depending on how many you have. So in that hour, which would be spread over your week, I could quite possibly get a substantial amount of work done, and you're paying me for 1 hour. So I think people get that sudden realisation that when you're a business owner, you can't do everything. You know, it's just not possible. I found that out running my business. It's not possible. I can't do everything. You know, something does have to give. And yes, there are people that I use that do certain things for my business that I can't do. I can't do my tax returns. I am as thick as anything when it comes to tax returns. So I outsource that. Somebody else does that for me because I can't. So I'm not even going to give myself that headache. I'm not even going to attempt to try it because I know that it will just end in me sitting in the corner crying and probably drinking myself stupid. So I don't do it. And this is what I'm trying to get small business owners or growing business owners to understand and realise. You don't have to do everything, you know. There are options and it's not always necessarily going to cost you the earth. So realisation that you need help. The next thing we need to do is realisation and find your help. So if this sounds like you and it sounds like you really do need help on your admin, your social media, very basic bookkeeping, anything that isn't too taxing, so to speak, then you'll need someone like me. But then there are VAs out there that do tax returns. There are VAs out there that do branding. There's VAs out there that do design and print. You know, we all have our different areas. So if you do need help and you are struggling, maybe now is the time to start inquiring or start asking those questions, which is, what do I need help with? Sit down, funny enough, with a cuppa and a notepad and pen and start writing down what you're struggling with and what you really, really need help with, because you've realised now, as much as you need to wear those hats, you can't wear them all. And, you know, you're going to literally run yourself ragged and you're going to make running your business not enjoyable. You started your business because it was a passion, you love it, it's something that you really believe in and you want to do it. But you're not getting that now because obviously you've got everything else that's being chucked at you because it's part of being a business owner. But you don't have to do it all on your own. So if you have realised that you need help and you do want to start looking into options of having a VA, come and talk to me. You don't necessarily have to work with me. If you know, if there's something that you need help with that I can't help you with, I can help you find someone. Or we can at least find the avenues of where you need to go. So all of my details are going to be in the box below. So drop me a line, and if I can help, I will. Until next time, bye.